Hello dear viewers and welcome back to our channel. In today's video we will tell you about the top 10 inflammation causing foods. Do you know foods that cause inflammation? Watch the video until the end. You will be surprised which foods promote inflammation in your body. Chronic inflammation can happen with certain diseases such as asthma, rheumatoid arthritis, type 2 diabetes, psoriasis and obesity. Research indicates that people with such diseases have higher levels of inflammatory markers in their bodies. Although many factors are involved in inflammation, certain foods may either increase or decrease inflammation and therefore symptom severity and complications. Even as a healthy person, you should avoid pro-inflammatory foods as much as possible so that you can maintain a good health for a long period of time. So let's get started and learn about the top 10 pro-inflammatory foods. Number 1. Sugars. Excessive sugar intake has been linked to tooth decay, increased risk of obesity, metabolic syndrome, type 2 diabetes and chronic inflammation. Avoid beverages like soft drinks and fruit drinks. Avoid candy, pastries, desserts and sweet snacks. Did you know that there are almost 40 grams of sugar in a can of Coke? Read labels and look for sugar disguised with these names: corn syrup, fructose, dextrose, golden syrup, sucrose, and maltose. Number 2. Common cooking oils. Common vegetable cooking oils used in many homes and restaurants have very high omega-6 fatty acids and dismally low omega-3 fats. A diet consisting of a highly imbalanced omega-6 to omega-3 ratio promotes inflammation and breeds inflammatory diseases like heart disease and cancer. Number 3. Trans fats. Trans fatty acids are notorious for their double whammy effect. They increase the levels of bad cholesterol while lowering levels of the good cholesterol. But that's not all they can do. They have also been found to promote inflammation, obesity and resistance to insulin, laying the ground for degenerative illnesses to take place. You should avoid fast foods, deep fried foods, commercially baked goods, anything made with partially hydrogenated oil or vegetable shortening. Commercially prepared peanut butter is one good example of foods that add partially hydrogenated oil. Number 4. Dairy products. Milk is a common allergen that can trigger inflammatory responses like IBS, skin rashes, hives, acne, and breathing difficulties. As much as 60% of the world's population cannot digest milk easily. Do avoid milk and dairy products like butter and cheese. Many cakes, crackers, cream sauces, and boxed cereals contain milk ingredients. However, today there are many products on the market that contain milk substitutes, like milk made from oats or rice. Number 5. Feedlot-raised meat. Commercially produced meats are fed with grains like soybeans and corn, a diet that is high in inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids, but low in anti-inflammatory omega-3 fats. Due to the small and tight living environment, these animals also gain excess fat and end up with high saturated fats. Even worse, to make them grow faster and prevent them from getting sick, they are also injected with hormones and fed with antibiotics. Number 6. Red meat and processed meat. Researchers at the University of California, San Diego School of Medicine found that red meat contains a molecule that humans don't naturally produce, called N-glycolylneuramic acid. After ingesting this compound, the body develops antibodies against that molecule, an immune response that may trigger chronic inflammation response. This low-grade, simmering inflammation that won't go away has been linked to cancer and heart disease. The link between processed meat consumption and cancer is even stronger. In the 2007 report by the World Cancer Research Fund and the American Institute for Cancer Research, processed meat has been stated as a convincing cause of cancers of the colon and rectum, and possibly of the esophagus and lungs too. Processed meat includes animal products that have been smoked, cured, salted or chemically preserved. Number 7. Alcohol. Regular high consumption of alcohol has been known to cause irritation and inflammation of the esophagus, larynx and liver. Over time, the chronic inflammation promotes tumor growth and gives rise to cancer at the site of repeated irritation. Number 8. Refined grains. A lot of the grains we eat nowadays are refined. They are devoid of fiber and vitamin B compared to unpolished and unrefined grains that still have the bran, germ, and the allergen layer intact. This makes refined grains as good as refined sugars, which are practically empty calories. And like refined sugars, refined grains have a higher glycemic index than unprocessed grains, and when they are consistently consumed, can hasten the onset of degenerative diseases like cancer, coronary disease, and diabetes. Number 9. Artificial food additives. Some artificial food additives like aspartame and monosodium glutamate reportedly trigger inflammatory responses, especially in people who are already suffering from inflammatory conditions such as rheumatoid arthritis. If you need to buy them, read the labels carefully and weigh your risks. If you order Chinese takeout, make sure you have the option to ask for non-MSG. Otherwise, look elsewhere. Besides limiting the consumption of processed food, use anti-inflammatory herbs, spices, or natural sweeteners to add flavor to your dishes instead of relying on food additives. Number 10. Any foods that you may be sensitive to. Many people are sensitive to certain foods but are totally unaware of it. Unlike food allergies, whereby symptoms usually hit fast and furious, symptoms caused by food intolerance may take a longer time to manifest. Consequently, when symptoms of food intolerance do appear, they are often brushed off as common minor ailments such as tiredness and headache. But repeated long-term exposure to food that irritates can cause inflammation and lead to chronic disease. Common food allergens are gluten, milk, nuts, eggs, and nightshade vegetables. Contrary to common belief, it is possible to develop an allergy to the foods that you are eating often. If you suspect that a particular food may be responsible for your food intolerant response, try avoiding it completely for about 2 weeks and monitor your reaction. At the end of the abstinence period, reintroduce the food back into your diet. If you are in fact incompatible with it, you should be able to notice the difference in how you feel easily. So that's it for today. What do you think of our video? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed watching this video and would like to hear more from us, please subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications before you go. Thank you so much for watching us and see you in the next video.